Hey everyone, Lee here. Today we are making the M4 Paracord bracelet. I'm very happy with it, and I know I always say this, but I think this one is definitely my new favorite bracelet. Now for everyone new to paracording, when making a standard paracord bracelet, you typically make it 1 inch bigger than what your wrist measures out to be. But for a bracelet like this one, when wrapping around the cord, you will make it 2 inches bigger. If your paracord is pretty thin, you could probably get away with making it 1.5 inches bigger, but to be on the safe side, I would stick with 2 inches. To make this bracelet, you will need to know how to make the 6-strand core. I will have a video link in the description showing how to set it up if you don't already know how. The supplies you will need is 5 foot of 550 paracord for the core and 9 foot of 550 paracord for the wrap around the core. My wrist circumference is 7.25. One thing that really helped me was having a pair of fids or hemostats for the end to help get through the tight core. Everything I just listed will be down in the description. If you want to, join the Discord. I'll have a link for that too. Enough talking, let's begin. Okay, so to begin this one, got my 6-strand core here, and all I did was clip the ends off as I pulled it back through and just melted it down. Make sure you melt it down enough so it doesn't slip back through your cow's hitch. And with our main weaving strand, we're just going to go ahead and find our center point. So all you do to find your center point is you just take both your ends, like so, and you just pull your fingers right through all of that evenly until you find your center. Alright, we're just going to go and put that center behind our bracelet here. And just go ahead and slide this down, or behind our core here, sorry. And starting with the right strand, we're going to go in between this gap right here. So you got 2 on your left, and you got your third one right here. So go right in between here, and just go down. Alright, just pull that through and off back to the right. You don't want to tighten it up yet. You're going to actually go ahead and loosen it up some. And all the way over here on the right, on our far right strand, we're going to separate that, and with our right strand that we just wrapped through here, we're going to actually put it back up through that gap. Alright, and you just pull that through. And don't worry if you didn't get that, I'll show you again here. So don't pull it too tight, and you just want to go ahead and just barely cinch it up, because if you pull it too tight, it'll kind of mess up your actual core. Alright, so if you ended up tying that first one, just go ahead and take that, and through that right gap again, we're going to go ahead and take that cord and go straight down through there. Alright, now starting with the left cord, we're just going to go ahead and separate these two gaps right here. So let's see, that's 4 and that's 5. So between the 4th and 5th gap here, we're just going to go ahead and take our left cord and go over the top and down through it right here. Okay, now don't tighten that up, because remember, we've got to go up through this one right here. So you're going to take that cord and you want to go behind, and you want to go through the back. You don't want to bring it through the front. You're going to go behind the cord still on this far left side. Alright, just pull that all the way through. Remember, don't get it too tight. And if you weren't able to get your first one real tight to begin with, we'll go ahead and do that after this. Just make sure you push them all the way up to the top. And take that left strand, and you're going to go back down through that gap on the left. Alright, so I'll show you another time here. We're just going to go ahead and go right between the 2nd and 3rd gap, over the top of that right strand, and pull that through. Alright, and then we're going to go behind and up through this far right side, so the 5th and 6th gap. You're going to take it, go behind, and you're going to go behind this cord, not in front of it, but behind it, and up through that loop. Alright, so just go and pull that up kind of tight, not too tight, and back down through that gap on the right. Alright, so you're just going to go ahead and continue this all the way down. I'm going to show you one more time how to do it with the left strand. So between the 4th and 5th gap over here on the right, we're going to take that left strand and go right down through there. Okay? And just don't tighten it up. And on this left side, we're going to go ahead and go behind, up through that gap on the left. Pull it through. Just go ahead and cinch it up some, not too tight. And back down through that gap on our left. Alright, so just continue this, and I'm going to actually go ahead and get these a little bit tighter, but just make sure you don't get it too tight, so that you're not folding your core or getting, these a little bit crossed up. Just go ahead and continue that all the way down to the bottom, and I'll show you what to do from there. So as you make your way down here to the end, it does get a little bit harder to put your cord through, because your 6-strand cord gets a little tight. So I got a fit on both my ends, and I'm going to use this to help me get it through. If you have hemostats, that'll work too, but for now, I'll just use my fids to make it a little easier. Alright, so you can go take your fids off once you get done with that. And it doesn't matter whether it ends up on the left or the right where you finished off, because essentially you're doing the exact same thing. So mine ended up on the right. So I'm going to take it off my jig here. I'm just going to snip and burn down either end, and your bracelet will be done. So yeah. And there you have it, the M4 bracelet. So as you can see, we got our ends melted down, pretty nice and neat down there. So go ahead and clip that up. And there you go, it's a nice little bracelet. And you know, you just gotta make it slightly bigger than what you usually do. So like you measure your wrist, do it about 1 inch bigger. And but with this bracelet, since you're wrapping it around the core, you gotta make it at least 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches bigger, just depending on how you like your bracelets to fit. But yeah, I'm really happy with it. Love the way it looks. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. Later.